Salutations, this is Gremdevel. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Caves of Cud. We are Nashramir the Gold and White. Golden Nashramir. We are in the Grand Vestibule in the Tomb of the Eaters on the surface level. And let's see, we've got an arc sconce. Sharp points of chrome are the vertices of this ornamental light fixture. Brightness bursts from its edges and ignites the world. A lot of gilded marble from the Sultanate of Meram. Precious stone was dragged from the reaches of the dreaming earth, stacked in cyclopean designs and carved to the splendor of 1,000 blooming florets. Moistureless air preserves the gilding, but time has softened its edges. And marble walkway. Marble rectangles tessellate the path. Okay, we're probably going to see a bunch more stuff in here. Here's a hologram of an eater. Burnt light erupts on the chromium plate and shatters into a figure from the deep past. Hair, skin, brow, thigh. The features hatch a new emotion inside you. The sense of the strange familiar. As you move about, the figure moves in parallax. You wonder at how this eater managed to incise themselves into your space-time braid. And a piece of graffiti. Live and drink, Moon King. Is this a lot more graffiti? Yeah, but we don't know what that one says. Is your motivation just? Only those who can wake call her spindle. So much graffiti here. Live and drink, pilgrim. Oh, and this is the Sultanate of Emid II. Cool. It's the same description of the actual marble, though. Torchless blooms, each facet trembling for sheer pull. And the Sultanate of Arasashid. I am Santalalotse. The ether would remain any all gesture is felt. What do we have here? A ruined mural of Emid II. The tomb mural depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Emid II, the Scourge of Tanip, but it's no longer legible. Yeah, a lot of that kind of thing. Okay, and what is here? Yeah, another hologram of an eater. A lot of those. I think those all have the same description, even though the icons look different. All right, I'm going to auto-explore. More graffiti. And we did recently talk to Agava. Upgrade our burrowing claws. I don't know if it's still going to be worse, if it's going to be better or worse than the pickaxe, which is 20 penetration versus walls and destroys walls after 8 hits, versus our burrowing claws, which is only +6 against walls, but they destroy walls after 4 hits that penetrate. So I don't know. Me? I'd rather use the claws when we can. I'm going to auto-explore with the claws on. Interesting. Oh, we desecrated the statue of an eater. That was an accident. Did that change anything for us? It was an accident. We didn't know. But this isn't... Whoops, this is interesting. I've actually never seen this. This is fascinating. I did not know this was here. This makes sense because... hold on. Turn off the burrowing claws. Over here, I guess, is the entrance of life, right? So what is this? A painting. Nacreous oils wet the ecru linen and has dripped onto the easel. From the plane of the canvas, an image is pressed out. What's all this stuff? Shrine to the Great Machine. Marble eaters kneel in priestly concordance with the Great Machine, drawing levers and priming hydrants to steer and be steered by the computed will. A dice of crystal diodes gives a dashboard view to the churning of geocultures hundreds of thousands of light years away. Yeah, these are all shrines to the Great Machine. Interesting. All right, auto-explore. Without the claws on. Can I go down? I can go down here. What if we go up this way? I've never been up this way. This is fascinating. New to me. Here we have graphene ribbon. A bubbled ribbon of carbon motes lathed to the thickness of paper combs against its anchoring mechanisms and disappears skyward to a tapered nothing. A tethering arm, flanged earth steel anchors secure the tapered ribbon of Gihos to its low earth point. Oh, no, don't jump. I did not realize this is a bottomless pit. Okay. Fascinating. A low wall. I mean, we could fly. Golden thurible. Bright sun iron fused in the collision of neutron stars has been incised with rhombic, smoking windows and fit over a crucible of burning seed. We don't have teleport, no. But that's okay. We can, I mean, auto-explore. Yeah, we can just go up this way. I was about to, like, fly over it, but we don't need to do that. Okay. Curious. There's a harp, an ornate chair. New gut strings run strata across the soundboard, and rose gold caps the rich wood knee and head. The frame forms half a heart. The eater's favorite remains. Plumpness in the cushion is gauged to the seat thinker. Lancet arches press into the playful back, and claw and ball feet suggest a hidden life within the piece itself. This is a chair laden with meaning. Fascinating. Is there anything over here that's... Not really. Alright. Well, this is interesting. This is the Ascension Chamber. Alright, what happens if we walk on it? Nothing. Can I go up? No. I don't know how long the way down is. Like, I don't know if we could, like, apply a rubber gum injector and jump down, but I don't really want to find out. Alright. Let's go this way. Well, turn on burrowing claws, and then auto-explore. And let's see where else we go. Okay. Alright, fine. Love desecrating statues of eaters. Alright, we're gonna go this way. This is Ebon Folcrete. Black islands of carbon gravel populate an ocean of bitumen and rise from the horizontal plane toward the emptiness of the air rasp. Time and pressure have laid hairline trenches along the basin. This is, something. Gilded marble. I think we can get through that. Okay. Alright, here we go. Auto-explore. So there's some down, some pits there that we could jump down, I believe. Alright, we can also go up. Curious, these... Yeah, they're still holograms of eaters. They look like bureaus, but whatever. Smash. Interesting. Okay. Let's go up a little more, I think. I do like how our burrowing claws get rid of the rubble very quickly. Okay. I feel like we should jump down these ones. I don't know why. We got some graffiti. Our lake is but her eternal breath. 8 something. Walk to another genetic strand. All right, we're going to jump down. Okay. There's some hostile. So we're in the folk catacombs. We're going to kill this vigor sap. Grave robber. Can trade. Okay. I don't think we care about what you have. But I am curious. Oh, yeah, there's a deep slumberling. And Death Pilgrim of the Kinfolk of the Great Inkwell. Yeah, so the Kinfolk of the Great Inkwell are hostile to us anyway, aren't they? Yeah, more than anyone. So there may be a faction down here. All right, and the Bell of Rest tolls. Not much we can do about that. There are mopango up there. The Bell of Rest tolls. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen to us when it tolls. It's going to be fine. It's tolling a lot. Compacted. Are these all compacted bones? Bone shapes of the human form are disarranged to tessellate properly. Round skulls require ulnar knots to fill the gaps in their sequences. The boundaries of this world are rice white and filled with presence. Curious, how are ulnar stimulators? Okay, they're still filled with blood. All right, here we are on this kind of flooring protects us from the Bell of Rest. All right, you're all fine. These addies and pilgrims of the Church of the Markumrad Terror. Shrine to Shalepore. Oh! Cool. So this is about the ancient Sultan Shalepore. Deep in Uva neighborhood, Shalepore discovered Hapir. There she befriended mysterious strangers and found a new home. So we now know the location of Uva, an historic site. Very exciting. I'm excited to visit there when we get a chance. All right, we know where there's a Dromet caravan, some forgotten ruins. Go down. Okay. All right, let's just go up here, onto here, be tomb tethered, and wait till the Bell of Rest. Okay, we were not recalled. And now I'm going to turn on our bowring claws. Okay. Leaving them on. These walls are pretty fragile, these bone walls. I do want to see what all of these grave robbers have to sell because, oh, this is a weird artifact. Oh, you can identify it. Sure. A ganglionic teleprojector. That's interesting. Those make robots. It's like beguiling robots or something like that. I'm not going to buy it. I don't think. But interesting that you have one. And we know what they are now. Burnished Azurum. Cyan bursts through a glassy hull and looks as though the sky was... Sorry, I just got an update. A Windows update. Restart to install the latest Windows update. I'm like, no, not now. Snooze. Please. That's part of the reason I don't share my entire monitor. The sky was crystallized into... Let me start over. Cyan burst through a glassy hull and looks as though the sky was crystallized into a thicket of hexagonal prisms. The eaters dug it up from its magmatic birth site and arranged it into mounds to enshrine the spindle. Cool. We're going to see a lot of different people fighting each other. And hopefully none of them will be mad at us. I want to see this. A shrine to a roster sheed, the citrine three-sided die, but we already know it. Ow! Mopango, my friend. Mopango Pilgrim and Death Pilgrim of the Citrine Three-Sided Diefolk. So a lot of different cults here. Hast thou business with me? Tread in peace at the tomb of the Vermilion Charm. All right, you don't really have much to sell. We have down here a conservator. Mirrored chrome spangles gather in waves and break on the seams of the Dead Sitter Colossus's electroplated chassis. Loose sequins like free radicals are sent tumbling by time and earth pull. Cool. And you've got an Eater's Crest on you? What does that mean? You have nothing to trade. I want to know if something's going to fight you because I want your Eater's Crest. All right, and here we have grave moss. It's achromous and brittle. It crunches under the foot. How it clutters into mats must conform to the shape of life-wet body banks it once flowered from, and with dark red blood will again. Oh yeah, so if you bleed on it, something happens, I think. Oh, I think we... All right, well, that's interesting. I guess we didn't have enough glimmer. We didn't have enough glimmer? And now we've concealed ourselves? Why didn't we have enough glimmer? But now that we've, I assume psychometry ran out, we're hidden again. Very interested about these conservators. All right, auto explore. Whoa. Let's mark target. Okay. All right, auto explore. Okay. 160 rounds. That's okay. A shrine to emit the first. Our hands bear a tattoo. What is this here? Fungicide. That's okay. And this is stun gas. Overloaded laser pistol. Okay. Yeah, so now we're getting into, like, good loot. 80 rounds. Identify, sure. EMP grenade mark 2, fine. Alright, we're gonna go back. And we'll wait. Okay. Just auto explore, I think. A little bit. We have a teleporter here. Stairwell teleporter. A brass hem surrounds a foam shunting pad, and the above-head fretwork is braided into the once familiar glyphs of exit symbology. Oh, okay. Shrine to Shalepore, the pest of Markham-Rod. In 3500 BR, Shalepore, the pest of Markham-Rod, the Markham-Rod terror, died of natural causes. She was 112 years old. Excellent. Okay. What's up here? Things messy. I'm gonna auto-explore. I know Burrowing Claws is on. Another teleporter. Oh, okay, yeah, dig. Alright, hold on. We're under 80 rounds. Let's try to find, I think on the other side here, actually. Yeah. Can I pass this? No. Alright, we're tomb tethered. We have a bone oven. Warmth radiates from the crackling fire of the round bone oven, and with it comes the smell of leavened pastry, sweet bananas, and warm skulk. Oh, I think this gives you burrowing claws, which was a problem in our last Let's Play, but this one should be fine. Let's preserve our fresh food. Oh, we get grave moss. I didn't realize that. Eat the bone babka. Yeah, now we get more levels to burrowing claws. And when we identify an artifact, we get armor value. That's pretty good. Mopango Tomb Dweller. I think we have read the description of a mopango, but... A squats in a soft halo of cool light that emanates directly from the plates of air, carapace, armor, and the fur between. Every movement is accompanied by sibilant music as those plates slide over one another, whispering a wordless prayer. Lovely. Okay. What do we have here? A strange furniture. Oh, we can identify it? A scrapasan chair. This bowl-shaped basket of scrounged textiles and padding yawns with the promise of a humble, comfortable embrace, followed by a laborious escape. Cool. Okay. And here we have... Oh, Agira. Agira, okay. That's something we saw in the graffiti. Pouches of tomb scrap and cook stuff are spread and hung and hung from this mopango's carapace. Their countenance is full of familial care and welcoming, loved by the mopango, but hated by the villagers of Durkashur for cooking them a rancid meal. Okay. Fine, cool. Let's not do... So... Durkashur villagers. Oh yeah, in fact, our reputation is even more negative with them. So we're not going to do the water ritual with you now. But actually, do I talk with you now, or do we talk with other folks too? Here's Doyoba. A squats in a soft halo of cool light that emanates directly from the plates of air. Oh, that's the regular mopango description. This one tugs on air molly netting, ever checking on the security of its contents. And here's a mopango charioteer. This hunched, glowing, plated creature sits permanently affixed in a low-riding vehicle chassis, on which is mounted a pair of pristine wheels. It rolls about with practiced precision, speed outstripping that of air ambulatory kin. Oh, and a detuned antimatter microreactor. That is a good bit. Let's take that bit. All right, I will talk to Agira here. I don't know what... Their countenance is full of familial care and welcoming. Okay. Greetings, friend. Thou art welcome here. And thou hast any questions, I would fain answer them. Greetings. I am Nashramir. Who are you? I am Agira, a watcher of the tomb. May I call you man, woman, or something else? I am heirs himself. Thusly do we call ourselves and one another. Sex is personal, and mattereth not to a bare acquaintance. Gender is a societal relic in which we see no current utility. I see. I have further questions. Answering thy questions giveth me satisfaction. Askest, and thou wilt. May I have your name? I am Agira, a watcher of the tomb. Are you in charge here? No one leadeth us. We mopango hold little regard for hierarchy, and our shared decisions are made through discussion, quiet consideration, and consensus. Shouldst be otherwise? I suppose not. Agira smiles at you, glowing softly. It's a cozy home you have here. I hope it is not overly crowded for thee. We mopango are most comfortable in close quarters, but I acknowledge that not all creatures adore the close embrace of the depths as we do. Regardless, thou art welcome to stay and sup, and ask of me any questions thou mayest have. What do you know about the tomb? The tomb of the eaters consisteth of 12 strata, or 10, once thou accounteth for transitional levels. The folk catacombs in which thou currently standeth, the crematory and columbarium, the 2 crypts, and the 6 tombs of Cud sultans above. And thou seekest fortune here. Gird thyself for disappointment. The tomb playeth host to objects wondrous and profane alike, but little of what surface dwellers considereth treasure. Wondrous and profane? Now I'm curious. I admire thy curiosity, and hope thy prudence informeth it. I have an example at hand. Mere days ago, one of our coterie, named Lebas, happened upon a repulsive device. I was so shaken after attempting communion with the object that I hath spent less time away from Ernook than ever. Where might I find Lebas? I wish to know more. Our little sanctuary here hath a fissure in its inner walls. Find that gap, and thou wilt find Lebas. Please, be gentle. He hath ever been the most insightful reader among us, but beareth the weight of an anxious mind. I will live and drink. Well, let's trade with you first. You've got some 5 bits. That's interesting, but yeah, we're okay. All right, so we have a new quest, Fraying Favorites, and that is that quest is to talk to Lebas, recover the repulsive device from k-goninom, speak with the Watchers, ask the mopango Watchers, Dadagom, Doyoba, Gayamio, and Yona about the repulsive device, and use the repulsive device. Well, one of those names is right here. I think they're all attacking the cubes, the gelatinous cubulas, but hey, Doyoba. So Doyoba is tugs on your molly netting, ever checking on the security of its contents. Okay. Welcome, climber. Live and drink. Needest thou a place to rest and sup? Wouldst trade? Well, first let's trade. Well, I am Nashramir. Who are you? I am Doyoba, proud watcher of the children of the tomb. Our child, one child in particular. Of course, thou must comprehend child is but a fabricated epithet, as they are far older than we. The children are, that is. Why are you here? We mopango watched the past, each of us a different facet. My charge is named Nachem, that which watcheth and understandeth not, that which speaketh and cannot be understood. Information floweth through Nachem as water through a sieve, mixed together beyond ken. Have you a credo? I do. Suffering breedeth in still water. What does that mean? Thou askest after the meaning of my credo. Wouldst I shall chew thy food for thee as well? I apologize for my rudeness. No, thou knowest not our ways, and I was too harsh. I apologize, and I am not wroth with thee. Let's trade. All right, so you have a vial of lava. You've got a bunch of food, which is interesting. You've got some 5 bits, but nothing to write home about. Okay. I'm going to auto-explore a little bit. My. All right, I think they're all going to be fine there. Look at this. There's Nachem, tomb-tethered. 3 digitigrade skin-shine legs are weighed down by the aura of a floating metal carapace, suspended across 3 bands in quantum magnetic tension. Prehensile braids of cordage spill from its apertures, ending in manic and electric eyes, and the air around it purrs in the audio multitexture of gold. You know what? I don't know if we can actually ask them about stuff until we talk to Lebas. Still, here we have Vivira. 3 steel barrels fit together in an arc-edged triangle of luminous ritualism. They sit on a servo-articulated base mount. Above, a pair of separately articulated cameras swivel with somewhat more life than one might typically expect from an automated weapon. Now, we do have a quest here. Somewhere. Yeah, visit the mopango settlement in the Tomb of the Eaters. Find Vivira a friendly turret in the northwest catacombs and tell him that Zotham sent you. Beep, crackle. By her light, friend, and thou wouldst rest peaceably. Thou'rt welcome here. You Vivira? Zotham sent me. Awesome. Oh, we gained a level 41. We got a mutation point. And we swell with inspiration. Otham, my sympathies. Thou art, of course, welcome here, wayfarer. Speak to Agira, and thou needest aught, as aid delighteth in hospitality. Why are you offering me sympathies? I was being petty. The little times Otham spent here felt like weeks. So conceited and aggressive was his grief, but Agira would chide me for saying so. I have a long road to true self-realization, I realize. But if you ask me, Zotham's road is far longer. Beep. You're rather civil for a turret. So I am told. I have never had the pleasure nor displeasure to meet another turret. I know only my friends here, who uplifted me by chance and cared for me by choice. Were it not for my shape, I would be little different from other mopango. What is here? Thou knowest surely that this is the tomb of the eaters, but behind me lieth nestled a settlement occupied by the watchers of the tomb, a small coterie of mopango. And thou wouldst know more of the settlement. Thou must ask the watcher named Agira, residing within, a loveth the sharing of knowledge. What are mopango? Mopango are witnesses of the past and shepherds of the future. We seek peace and harmony through understanding the Casafessence and her many children. We nonetheless eschew conformity, and each of us seeketh a personal credo, by which we livest our lives. But I am a poor teacher. Speak to Agira, and thou shalt gain better understanding. Do you have a personal credo? I do. Form needeth not follow function. You're very thoughtful as turrets go. So I am told. I have never had the pleasure nor displeasure to meet another turret. I know only my friends here, who uplifted me by chance and cared for me by choice. Were it not for my shape, I would be little different from other mopango. You have not too much to trade. Farewell. Cool. Let's use a mutation point. We could... I mean, borrowing claws is kind of coming in handy here. Something we could do. Can't advance electrical generation yet. Yeah, I'm fine with a little extra burning claws. Let's do it. Okay. And here we have... Oh, here's Laba. A glows softer than other mopango, bioluminescing in pale and gentle hues that disguise him against the blanched walls of fossil life. All right, so let's talk to you first here. The little watcher stares at you. Hello. Hey? I am Nashramir. What is your name? I don't know why I'm talking like Vivira. I am Nashramir. What is your name? Laba. What is your credo? And thou art swallowed by the gear. Sing thee to the last. What is your name? Laba. Alright, we'll trade. Alright, live and drink. Let's talk again. Agira tells me you found some kind of repulsive device. Aye. A most repulsive device. The mind echoes of that communion yet haunteth me. What was so bad about the device? Not the device. Repulsive as a key to the prison doth repulse. To know a key is to know of a prison. Our watch children are bound, and lock swalloweth key, and thou freest one. 3 remaineth forever. K-goninom hath it now, and thou seekest. Who or what is k-goninom? An elder ooze. My communion so disturbed me, I allowed them too close. K-goninom consumed the device, but I escaped. Tell me more about k-goninom. I concern myself little with oozes, but to stay away. Please, no more. I tire. Talk to Agira. I Thank you. Okay. Laban nods to you, slowly curls into an armored ball, and speaks no further. Live and drink, little seer. All right. So now we need to recover the repulsive device. An Eigen pistol with a thermoelectric cell in it. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that floating glow sphere too. A lot of good bits here. All right, let's also talk to Nakam here. Every surface of the strange entity vibrates with the sound of 100 dry lectures by long-dead scholars, teaching a volume of knowledge so dense and overlapping that the end result is incomprehensible. Let's trade. Let me use a silver nugget, okay. Oh, whoops. All right, well, let's try to find k-goninom, which I think means talking to Agira again. The foliant, that's fine. What can you tell me of k-goninom? Seeketh thou the repulsive device, then? K-goninom, ancient and venerated gelatinous cupola, doth patrol the catacombs. Arrived centuries ere we discover this place, k-goninom hath hardened and eateth not through the floor, and yet it eateth prodigiously. Safe from the conservators, as k-goninom long ago consumed the mark of death itself. Please be careful. k-goninom hath devoured watchers, and would devour thee as well. I will be careful. Live and drink. Patrols the catacombs. So we gotta find k-goninom. Just watching the cupolas here. Do we need a... Oh. That cupola did disintegrate the floor. So that's interesting. Man, they're all fighting those... Whoops! I did not mean to step into the teleporter. Wait, did I step into the teleporter or did the bell... Yeah, I think I did. Or did I fall down a shaft? I'm not certain. Oh, cool. Shrine to Shalpor. Throughout 3593 BR, Shalpor wreaked havoc on all of Merkamrod Manse, forcibly relocating the families of worms and urchins. She became known as the Pest of Merkamrod. Whoops. So what if I go up here? Now I'm on access corridor, but we want to be in the folk catacombs. This is where we were. Okay. One auspicious day, a babe was found swaddled in a copse of sacred trees with its mouth full of canvas. That babe came to be known as Shalpur. Okay. I think we've got a Vanta here. A Vanta bud. Which are neutral to us? Even the Madpole is neutral to us. Because you're Cult of the Coiled Lamb. Giant honeyweep, okay. Alright, hold on. Let's talk to you. Goatfolk Clippeth. Actually, let's take a look at you. Braided tassels spill out of the shadows to frame a blank countenance, and the pleats of a sarong thrash to an unfelt wind. Her goatish stirring is refracted on the boundaries of sight's prism. Her horned figure appears underlaid to reality, like a grayscale dream. Let's trade. You have nothing to trade. Alright, so we're looking for k-goninom. I stopped because the bell is going quicker than I would like. Okay. We are inspired. We could make a meal. I don't know what crushed grave moss does. Let's do that. Let's cook with it. Oh, well, that's amazing. We could have used that before to earn a reputation with flowers in the consortium of Phyta. Man, we really could have used that before. Okay, but we have it now, right? 40 rounds. I don't know if we're going to make that. Oh, yes, we are. Okay. Let's wait. All right, we were not recalled. Auto explore. Yeah, just bust through. I keep hoping these guys have like nectar of the eaters or something, but no such luck. Dang. Yeah, it's the blue grave moss that we collect, it seems. What is this? 20 drams. Fine. A turbo, yeah. I could sell something just for a little water. Are we ever going to use the snakeskin armlet? I think no. Just sell it. Okay. I was thinking it gave us some reputation, but it doesn't. Just some dodge value. Some salt in there. I'm going to auto-explore. That's okay. So we find the layer of Ekunos legendary glowfish. Okay. Actually, let's go in here. 140 rounds we've got. Okay, let's just wait this out. We were not recalled. Let's go. Let's go down. Okay. Ooh! That worm went through us, but not because it was hostile to us. We're just going to let them all kill each other. This is fungicide. Alright, we've... Oh, I think a worm cut through. Alright, here we have gorged growth. And this might be what happens when blood falls on cave moss, maybe? A carpet of spent and damp sporophytes did their englutted ecstasy on the calcified trellis. They sucked blood from the life-wet beings around them and grew the scaffolding bone, whose superior extremity terminates in a monstrous beak. Yeah, so it's got calcified moss cask. I think that's what happens. Fortunately, they are neutral to us. But when blood falls on grave moss, I think that's what happens. Alright, a shrine to Emad I. After treating with roots, Emad convinced them to help him found an academy in Tunit for the purpose of studying telescopes. They named it the Radiant Academy. Okay. Okay, I think not. Alright, how about here? Let's auto-explore a little bit. Let's see if we can't find... We have 80 rounds. Let's try to quickly find... Yeah, here we go. I thought we'd be okay. Alright, we can auto-explore for a bit. Okay. Alright, auto explore. And we are, again, looking for k-goninom, who should be wandering the hall somewhere. Now, I don't know if we'll need to kill k-goninom, because they'll probably be neutral to us. Cool location of a dromad caravan. 140 rounds. What is this? A strip fly. Wispy or filament wings painted red by oxygen beat the stale air 300 times per second. They lift a thorax bundled out of metallurgic sinew and narrowing to a segmented abdomen capped by a fine motion pincer claw. They are fortunately neutral. Alright, 60 rounds. And I think the Falkreet, the Ebon Falkreet means we shouldn't go that way. Can I make it back here? Yes. That was a close one, but we did make it. Let's go this way. Talk to you. You have an artifact. Okay. Moondell Goatfolk Haunt. Teleporters everywhere. Location of Isharad's Ranch. Do we care about these things? Phase shift grenade. I was thinking we do have a quest for a Beetle, but I think it's specifically, or I guess it'd be under journal, right? It's phased. I don't think yeah, it's phased conjugate, not that. I don't think that works. All right, cool. We're tethered here. Hi. Protector of the Stilt. Oh, okay. What's up? Oh, in Kanamish, Miram averred his descendancy from the fossilized Saads, who are known for venerating mysterious strangers. By venerable right, he ousted the pretender Sultan, who had prohibited venerating mysterious strangers in favor of priest worship, and crowned himself Sultan of Qud. He was 81 years old. We got 60 rounds. Let's just pass the time. We should put in a cut soon, actually. Let's do one more bell toll. And maybe we'll get lucky finding k-goninom. No, go this way. Try here. Aha! We have been here. Could go north. We've been here. This is interesting. Yeah, because there's Falkreet. I don't know. Let's go left. Oh, a bunch of stuff. This must have been a grave robber. Let's take this overloaded laser pistol because they can sell for a lot. Let's look at this. All right, we already knew that. We'll take the floating glow sphere. We'll disassemble these. And we took the food they had. I don't know how they died. Probably a Capola. Capola? 80 rounds. Let's go up. Getting a lot of grave moss. 40 rounds. Okay. Come back. Alright. We should put in a cut. But next episode, we'll continue this quest. The lack of hostile things here is definitely making the Tomb of the Eaters more, I mean, obviously more hospitable. We'll see what things get like when we move to where there are dangerous traps, and then to the actual, like, tombs. It's gonna be interesting, but I'm enjoying it so far. I enjoyed playing with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.